Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I see here is simply an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I think it will not help the country. Yes, I think it will not help the country. What we are doing is simply selective justice. Because you have a lot of things on the other people. You choose to do one and leave the other.
Honorable Kyei-Duah here Agyapong also want tenase Emma Parliament. I want for Jimmy Omo hosa. And the church and I've been actually me pa. Or yeah, was a woman call any or moment or church and I've been chilomos. I did in the Parliament now. I go on as I grow when you now grow Kwana with Diwa. Born I've been chilling for any asem Kitwana go for the age. Where you shoot down one, I was a massa. When you shoot down be on the one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I see here is simply an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I think it will not help the country. Yes, I think it will not help the country. What we are doing is simply selective justice. Because you have a lot of things on the other people. You choose to do one and leave the other. They are all in the interest of the country. They are all, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm pleading with the House that you all agree that whatever we are doing here in the other paper is in the interest of the House, and therefore, let's build a consensus and approve this. You have Supreme Court, you have here the judges. Yeah. So I'm giving you the undercurrent. You have the Supreme Court judges. You see, so if you have the right to refuse, then he also has the right to refuse. But it will not help the country. It will not help the country.
Please, just allow him to make his submissions.
It will not help the country, Mr. Speaker. So let's build consensus. You have 17 days to take over. We go and you come. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. I know you have the numbers. But as we speak, in the interest of the country, let's finish what we have here. That is all. The Supreme Court judges, Honorable Ahmed, I know you are very reasonable, honorable member. 1D, 1F. And this 1D, 1F, it will help both sides. I know, look, to tell you the truth, the 1D, 1F, I have no interest in it. But some colleagues on your side are enjoying. Some colleagues here also have interest. I don't have anything here. But does it mean we should deny entrepreneurs? No. This is not showdown. So, Mr. Speaker, don't worry, they are my young men. So let's finish the work. And when you come back, whatever you want to do, you do it. Do you pledge to do the rest? If you are not pledging, then I cannot also advise.
Honorable member, You are addressing the chair, so the questions you are asking may be addressed to me. Let's listen to the majority leader.
Mr. Speaker, I've heard various submissions from various colleagues, and I listened to them in silence. I've heard Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim say a lot. My own senior brother and senior at the bar, whom I respect, Honorable Agyapong, has also poured out his heart, and I've heard him. Mr. Speaker, I am at pains to say this. The procedure I know is that when government business comes to the floor, we have various stages of consideration. That the opposition or the minority would have its say, and then the majority would also have its say. Then in the final analysis, a decision will be made. Mr. Speaker, what are these stages of consideration? When a paper is laid, it is referred to a committee. The committee does its work and presents its report. After the report is presented, we debate it, and after the debate, a question is put. Mr. Speaker, here is a situation where I, as a leader of government business, leading government side, I have a number of reports that committee members have gone through as a result of same being laid and referral made to the committee. I engage my colleagues who are in leadership that this is what I want to take, which is to lay the report. I am physically prevented. When the report is to be laid, I will get my respected colleagues in leadership saying that this one, no, will not allow the laying. Mr. Speaker, the laying is physically prevented. That will not, they tell me they won't allow. I have accommodated it in pain. I'm managing this situation. Just the laying, they won't allow. The debate, they won't allow. And Mr. Speaker, I want to be quoted that sometimes when we have had consensus last minute, my colleagues are frank to tell me that, Markin, this one is a political decision, we can't do anything about it. I have to stomach it because I understand that we don't share the same political principles. I understand. I'm MPP, you are NDC. You have your political committee that seeks to the political welfare of your side. Same with me. But I don't want situations where an impression will be created as if, with the greatest respect and in all modesty, that you love Ghana more than I do. We have Supreme Court nominees. The House referred it to the committee. Both sides participated in the vetting. The report is ready. When the report was ready, in the last minute, members on the minority side told our side that, look, the political committee of the NDC has taken a decision that they oppose. We said, okay, so we should go by majority decision. Agreed. To lay this report, our colleagues in leadership say, no way. We will not allow you to lay. At least, let's lay, let's debate, and let's take a decision. I said I have 138. You have 137. If I come here and I don't have my 138, I lose. Mr. Speaker, again, I'm at pains to say this. I've engaged my respected colleague, Dr. Kyei-Duah extensively, and he expresses his own frustration that he cannot, and I have to accept it. He says he cannot because it's a decision of the caucus. I must respect it. I'm not a neophyte in politics. I understand that that is your political position. But at least I've pleaded with Dr. Forson that, Doc, can we at least go through the motions? Let the final stage of putting the question come, so that when Mr. Speaker put the question and I don't have my 138, let me lose the question. Even so, they won't allow. The 1D1F, this parliament sponsored the committee members. Parliament resources used by committee members to hold deliberations. And Mr. Speaker, if you may recall, the last time we had an issue, you directed that the recess period, committee members should use that period to sit and iron out the differences. Mr. Speaker, I am happy to state that Honorable Patrick Buama, who chairs the committee, made sure that he himself interrogated each application. The conclusion was that all the raw materials were now being taken away, which in itself brought a savings of over $400 million. So the committee took a principled position that let's take away the raw materials and only allow exemption for equipment. Their side agreed. We all worked together. In the final analysis, when the report was about being concluded, again, the NDC minority said no. As a matter of principle, we are against it. We accepted and did a majority report. When we came to this house to lay the report, again, there was some back and forth negotiations that, okay, let's take the smaller ones. And Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to invite you into this debate, but permit me, because this is not a secret. When you counseled both sides, you counseled us to the effect that the smaller ones that are non-controversial, at least we should take them. Mr. Speaker, I went back and forth with the leader on their side that at least let's be guided by the counsel of Mr. Speaker, and at least those non-controversial ones, we take them. There was an agreement. We were told that, okay, let's consult. The next day, when they came, they said, Afenyo, again, no deal. We can't even take one. I've accommodated it. I'm human. I don't just get into combat. I don't just get into combat. I always go the extra line to engage quietly, and when diplomacy gets exhausted, I am supposed to defend my side. Mr. Speaker, 1D1F is still at bay. Now today, we are being told that EPA bill has to be passed and our side is not ready, and that we do not love Ghana. I can't be less patriotic than you. Supreme Court nominees, 1D1F, I listen to you in silence. I am very tolerant. Mr. Speaker, you know I'm always of good behavior. You know, when I do that to them, then they'll be crying. Mr. Speaker, you know, I can respond to them, but on this occasion, I wouldn't say anything. I want to make my case. They should allow me.
Honorable members, please, let's proceed.
Mr. Speaker, now back to the issue. It's been alleged that the minister has been dragged out of this house. He has not been dragged out of this house. I needed to engage the minister. We needed to consult on the matters that are outstanding in the bill. I respect Dr. Malfoy. And I respect his views, because that is an area of specialty. And I respect the views he expressed on the floor. Mr. Speaker, perhaps the communication between my good self and the minister, he was not privy to it. But I know that there will be an opportunity for me to engage him, so that we'll be added. I would want to plead with colleagues that let us approach equity with clean hands, and if we demand equity, let's do equity. Tomorrow perhaps will be the last day before we go for our Christmas and come back. Leader on your side is not here because of transition meetings and all. Mr. Speaker, I promise you again that I will again reach out to the leader of the minority caucus, plead with him over and over again that at least those outstanding business of government, he should allow us to lay the report, debate the report. They should say all they want to say, we should say all we want to say, and the question put. If a question is put and I don't have my numbers, they will carry the day. It's a notorious fact that I would need 138 to do business, to take a decision. If I don't have 138, no business. In any event, this EPA bill that you are saying we should pass, 2/3 reading, look at this chamber. Mr. Speaker, do we have 138 to take a decision? We are not up to 138 here and now. At the time the call was being made for us to even consider it, we were less than this. Let us be consistent.
Majority, just resume your seat.
Very well.
Honorable members, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. A sitting is suspended for 5 minutes.
So press feature structure for there. And then I found codom unique laser whitening. Unique laser whitening, I will toothpaste was from Kwan. So did you choose here and ma was see a fita. Na a fita no so no. Na a ye and carboni beer when no beer. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains beer. Unique laser whitening product. A beginning in air free swammer, come. The only sell product in it. Ubetuso. Na udi go or brush no so. Now the chuchu was in the swing na come out. Uria and who num. General Numusa. Into contact Unique Laser Whitening. I was 079-9979-2330. Unique Laser Whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
Penny se bibi wo wiase ntine da ne atopnum na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and NASA brochure na ufi Ghana. Now person CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and Ninsa we CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell, and intercom, and satellite TV, home theater, so upebiato, and wato, and a person install them out. Pro Technologies and our software. Na shenenso. Say fidye nyina from America brochime and this and papa na opedia men nwene ho na ne bo anso da form meche ye know the web brochime mu ha ene e branch e wo Ghana ye ni mo bra wo bre into sika fire nsem se fa nya japade ma wo Ghana wo da na ne tenese yes general construction so web brochire na peso si fi Ghana e dan plan bi peso si se wa sha se dada ana afa na peso si plan bia ye besia ma eno echi so ye solar power ana bamba ho nsensem bi ade woni ye ni nsawoso ne esanso ye smart home abefo video bi apesta hye e wo fie ana watwuma mo de ma wo woni ye ni nsawoso we are just a call away ne esanso wadan de ma han ana ofre brochire bedu Ghana na wo pe full house room ana apartment ahan for short term and long term ye be ma obiane border form na bamba ho nsem de menwene ho enna ye interior decoration so wasi fie na wie ana ye si fie na ma no ye sign decoration ye be siesie fie ana office o e de ama eno eji so tom fidie bi na wo hoku e fa so install ana ne settings ye be ye e de ama e wo Ghana ubehu yen wo mre ofra denta e de wani ache dodoa ubehu ye e wo ahie ye ne Emalin pharmacy e na wo the same building. For information or WhatsApp 401-7570-300 and a +401-6992-254. Pro Technologies. We have the solutions for your security and home entertainment needs at affordable prices.